for it.
So RTX Remix is our platform for remastering classic games with modern visuals. So you can add path tracing. We give modders the ability to basically change every asset in the game into high-quality PBR materials that react properly to the world and the light. And you can even add particles and things like that, and you can make it all run really well with neural rendering. We have all of our, pretty much most of our newest neural rendering tech in here. So right now we have DLSS 4, and we also have Neural Radiance Cache, which is a neural shader. And so what we are announcing is that later this month there'll be an update that brings a new system called Remix Logic. And Remix Logic basically allows Remix to actually understand the underlying game logic. We can start to track real-time game events of what the player and what's happening in the level, what's happening in the world, and we can allow modders the creative ability to dynamically change settings and change visuals in response to those game events. So I'm going to show you some examples of that.
Okay.
So over here, we have a door in Half-Life 2 RTX.
Right.
If you haven't played this, there's a free 2-hour demo on Steam.
I've played a little bit of Half-Life 2 RTX.
Cool. So when I open this door, I see Ravenholm. Some minor changes, but it's dark and moody. But the thing is, this door here, it's powered by Remix Logic. It actually, every time I close it, Remix Logic is aware, and it loads a new, basically, visual config file of changes that the modder has put in. So let's take a look at that. Now it's beautiful daytime. Let's try it again. Now it's a snowy winter day. And it's really, really cool. And if you actually wait here, you're going to see that
It'll change tonight, probably.
No, it doesn't change tonight, but we start getting heavier snowfall with these really beautiful thick particles to simulate.
And he could mod it to change tonight if he wanted to.
Yes, he could.
Because you can run a day-night cycle.
100%.
And would this allow it?
You could. So what you would do is you'd be tweaking the volumetric system and some of the sky properties, and you would tie it to the game event of the game clock. And so you would say, like, as the game clock increases, like, change those attributes to make some of those shifts we showed you.
Got
to
it.
make that a gradual thing.
Okay.
Yeah. You can affect the slope or the intensity with which it eases in from one set of presets to another. So yeah, you could do time of day or something.
Very nice.
And so part of why our modders are really excited about this, beyond the obvious possibility of having a bunch of game logic, is that before in Remix, when you kind of messed with a lot of the settings in this menu, there are over 900 of like these attributes that can change and slide and move around to create some of these different conditions. But among many of them, many of these were global. Like if I wanted to use the global volumetric system to make it like a thick winter day, it was going to be winter throughout the entire mod, every level, indoors or outdoors. It would have been like really weird. And so this system actually makes it so you can localize some of those effects around where the player is in the level, around parts of the level. So like, it only rains when I walk through this sequence of this level and when I'm outdoors, and things like that. So I want to show you some more things we can do with this system. It's really, really powerful. So here I have a sci-fi device. When I pick it up, the world starts to breathe. And it's a really neat example. Basically, what we're doing here is really interesting. The game event being tracked is our proximity to this object.
Right.
And then the visual change we're making, which is really neat to see, is we're actually going at the displacement system. Remix has a POM system, it's called parallax occlusion mapping. It's basically,
right.
Are you familiar?
Yes.
Okay, got it. So with that, we have a global displacement factor, where every one of these textures is baked with like a height map that says which part should protrude, which one should stay back or recede. And the displacement factor is a multiplier. And before, what you would do is you would set this to a number that works for all the materials in your level, set it, forget it, leave. With Remix Logic, you can now animate these things against the game clock. And so you're actually like able to take any setting here and animate it to create visual effects that maybe no one anticipated. You know how creative modders are. Like,
oh, yes.
Well, we'll see things that we never expected with this system. Let me show you 3 more quick examples. So it's not just eye candy, we can create gameplay systems with this. So here in Half-Life 2, this is what it looks like when you scope in with this crossbow. You can see there's like a boot and a jeans or something in the dark here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on Remix Logic, and now when I zoom in, I've invented a night vision system. And so what our team did to create this is we detect the game event, which is when I have this weapon, when the field of view narrows, we activate it. And we color grade the image green, we spawn dust, and we add a vignette. And I want to show you what it looks like to author something like this.
Okay.
So here's what the actual Remix toolkit UX looks like. And you can see you don't need programming knowledge, you don't need source code. We created a low-code, no-code kind of node-based system, kind of like what you'd find in Comfy UI or various applications.
Right.
You just string things together. You can see over here, you can sense a bunch of different types of game events. And the one we've chosen to do is the camera, and you can see we can track multiple aspects of the camera. Like, for example, the camera position, which is a proxy for where the player is. In this case, we're taking the FOV in degrees. Like I said, we're checking if it's between, with a between node, 0 and 60 degrees.
Right.
And as long as it falls below 60 degrees, we activate the night vision layer that has all of these effects. I'm going to show you two more examples here. So when I back up here, you can see that it's starting to pulse. And if I get farther away, it gets more subtle. And if I reverse, it gets more intense. So why is this doing this? It's because this bad guy's right here. I've invented enemy proximity in an immersive way that doesn't like alert the player with annoying HUD elements, right?
Right.
It's very, very cool. It's whenever the enemy is in the camera view, it doesn't happen. But if there's an enemy nearby and they're not in camera view, that's what turns it on.
It's just a subtle warning that you've got an enemy nearby.
Exactly. And these
Brilliant.
are just random gameplay systems he actually made, my friend here. Really, really quick, basically. And we think,
Nice job.
modders are going to do way cooler stuff than like, well, I mean, he's very good, but modders are unlimited. Yeah, they're unlimited in their capacity. I want to show you one last thing.
It's giving you some amazing tools.
Yeah, thank you.
That's really, really cool.
We really love like our modding community, and it's just, we love putting the newest tech and giving them the power that AAA developers have. I think it's really
It makes the old games new.
Yeah. Here's the last thing. So with Remix, you could replace assets, you could replace lights, you could replace particles, all the things you want to do to make one of these games look like a AAA game. But one thing you couldn't do is sequence out like a Hollywood blockbuster-like sequence, like a set piece that you would find in a AAA game. And so what this system does is, because you can time things to a game clock, you can actually put multiple sequences together to make like a really, really immersive and impressive climactic sequence. So here, I turn on that lever and laser beam hitting the sky, and then boom, it changes it to a nuclear sky using Remix's volumetric system. The zombies start disintegrating. They get caught on fire, which the fire is being done with traditional modding tools, not with Remix. But what we've shown here, and then they disintegrate like a Thanos snap.
Yeah.
So what we've shown here is we can combine traditional modding tools like Hammer with Remix to really architect whatever people want and bring a bunch of visual flair to their mods. So now I really think we've closed the gap with AAA games in terms of, can I make a AAA quality game with Remix? I think you can now with these sets of tools we're making available later this